25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And off to Jones. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Hokie, 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 high, Tech, Tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw, it's Presley. Flushed out of the pocket. Got it in the middle, it's Mason. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to the running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers tomorrow.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The give to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. To the air, it's Bean. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
The Trojans are on the move. Let's go! Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bean. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Bean. Got his man in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to scramble. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Adams. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. And it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though, because of his speed and power.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Presley. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Hokies will punt it away on fourth down. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC. But this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Bean. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Bean. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Trojans!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunity. opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
From the gun, the ground game. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The toss to the outside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Hokies have their offense in high gear. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Presley. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop them before a short gain.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not very much.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Throws to the back. And that one's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTEP has dug itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 14 to Utah State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Sets up the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll run play action. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. It's caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Presley. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they'll mark him down after making that grab, and that's one way to start digging out of that hole, but they're still short of the first down. And the Hokies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback adapting. That's caught. It's Adams. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Wants to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
One more snap coming before halftime. This is a designed run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Bean. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. It's 2nd down coming.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And off to Jones. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Presley. Here's the pressure. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking left. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Hokies have this offense rolling. On the move. Makes a man miss.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And the Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive in 2nd and 12. Red pass, it's complete. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hokies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hokies! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
It's complete on the right side. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Bean. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Turning it on. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
On the direct snap, it's Washington. Bring in the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Presley. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Hokies are in the red zone. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good.
He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with a sack.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Got a man, it's Buck. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Got a man. It's Buck. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. Fakes to grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to throw. It's Bean. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve it.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Look out, he's got room. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
He's going to throw deep right side. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Unloads quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry.
Throws toward the end zone. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Using his legs, it's Mason. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Calls his own number. And some room to work. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game.